Well, we could be somewhere very exotic. In fact, we probably are. We're at the wildlife park up here in the North of the island, and sitting on this beautiful decking area. Kathleen's with us. We have to say, first of all, you have a bit of a cold.
Yeah, lost my voice a little bit, so I'll just squeak my way through.
Or push 888 for subtitles, I'm checking.
Yeah.
But this is rather nice, isn't it? And you've got a great story here. You've got a lot of things happening.
Yeah, keepers went across last week to pick up a few new animals, help from the Steam Packet Company for us to do that. And we've got a new species. We've got Dick. Careful how you Google that. It's D-I-K.
We've got a quick shot here. Beautiful, very, very timid animal, of course, and still in its transitional period and hasn't gone outside yet.
Yeah, the Dick are the smallest antelope species, and you'll find them in Eastern Africa and Southwest Africa as well. They're very, very dainty, and as you pointed out, Paul, they've got this really cute nose, which is kind of almost like a little mini trunk, and it moves about constantly. That actually helps to keep them cool if it gets really hot. And how they got their name Dick is they kind of make this little noise through their snouts, which sounds a little bit like Dick, and that's how they got their names.
So you what, two come in, have you?
Yeah, we've just got two males. They do live in pairs, and males will live in a pair as well, although they probably would prefer a male-female mix. But these are two males that have come from Holland, so they're males that have yet to find females, but they'll live quite happily together. So we'll keep the two males just now, and hopefully maybe in the future we might get females.
We attempted a shot of a new porcupine. We had to do this through glass, so apologies for what you're going to see here. We're doing our best. It's tricky because they're sort of snuggled up.
Yeah, we've got a little baby porcupine, very, very cute, and it's snuggled between mum and dad. But you can see it quite well when you come up. You can look through the glass window and you'll see the porcupine there. Seems to be doing fine. It's about 2 weeks old now.
The hospital's a fairly new addition. I mean, it's a modern structure now for dealing with the animals, and you've got some inmates in there already.
Yeah, no sooner was the building up than we're filling it up already. Now, the hospital's been under construction for quite a while, but we're really quite pleased with how it's turned out. It's a really good facility for us. It's going to allow us to bring animals in direct from Europe that need quarantined, but it's also got some introduction cages. So we've got two new female ring-tailed lemurs that came from Marwell Zoo last week, and so we've caught up our male ringtails, and they're currently in the hospital, and we just put them side by side so they could see and smell each other through the mesh first, but we've opened up the gate and they seem to be getting on quite well, so hopefully they'll be bonded by the end of the week and back out into the enclosure, and then hopefully next year we'll have ringtail babies.
One thing is that the males are a bit terrified because you explained to me that there's a different way that they operate to what we normal convention.
In ringtail, in lemur society, in fact, it is the women that rule, Paul. Yeah, it's the women that are boss. So the two males are looking a little bit timid, but they'll be fine.
Before we go, we should always... in fact, we've got a bit of a noisy bird next door. Let's mention that. I forgot that.
Oh, yes, kookaburra.
Yeah.
We've had a female kookaburra on our own for a long time now. We've managed to find a male kookaburra. We've got them in the hospital unit as well, looking at each other through the mesh, calling to each other.
Noisy, no?
Yeah, really loud. I think they're enjoying the acoustics in the hospital. They're not getting on quite so great, but we'll see how that goes. It could take a while to get them together. It might be we might have to construct an additional enclosure so that they end up right next door to each other. But we're giving it a go to get them together. I think she's been on her own for so long now, she actually wasn't that impressed at getting a mate.
Well, I was going to say, finally, we should always have some shots of the meerkats because they perform for everyone. They look at them, they come out, the sun's out, they're looking around, everyone loves them.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, it's been quite a dire winter, hasn't it? It's been wind and rain, so it's so nice to see some sunshine, and the animals are enjoying the sunshine just as much as we do.
When are you open for the season fully then?
From this coming weekend, so it's from the 29th of March, that weekend. That'll be us 7 days a week. We'll be open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. That'll be us full time throughout the season.
Except for Easter, because this time last year the snow came in.
Yeah, last year we'd swept all the paths, we'd got ready for 7 days of opening, and then we just had that snow, and it closed us for the first week. And then when we finally did get open, we spent the whole week shoveling trails through the snow for visitors to get through. And so obviously our visitor numbers just weren't what they should have been last Easter, because everybody still thought it was a disaster zone up here. So but we were really lucky last year, because we didn't lose power, and we were very lucky that we didn't lose the amount of animals, certainly compared to the farmers. So we did all right. So we're hoping this year, Easter's a little bit later. We've got the Falconry weekend on the last weekend of Easter. We've got Crossroads for Care event on the first weekend of Easter. So it should be a good season, yeah.